energy today. I think this is truly the Yishun spirit. I'm new to Nee-Soon, and this is really a good representation of the Nee-Soon GRC. Am I right? Yeah, okay, I hear you. They say if you want to see the rainbow, you have to learn to see the rain, to see the storm. And you guys have gone through so much to be here with us today. So a quick introduction of myself. I'm so honored to share the stage with all the great giants in the Nee-Soon GRC. I'm Vanessa Ho, and I came from a family of four. My dad's an SIA engineer, and my mom's a homemaker. I grew up in a family of four that taught me the values of kindness, selflessness, and thrift. We don't have luxury, but we're very happy with our simple lives. And also, I'm that friend that everyone says have 36 hours of energy every day, and that's how I end up here. I'm also the co-founder of Fintech Nation Fund, a venture capital fund. I do hosting, content creation, and also a new job in Fintech as well. So how many of you have heard of this competition called Star Search before in MediaCorp? Any raise of hand? Oh, you heard it? Okay. So in 2019, I spent some time in this acting competition at MediaCorp, where I spent almost 3 years at. And how many of you here have enlisted in the last 6 years to Army or have sons and brothers who went to Army in the last few years? Raise of hands, show of hands. A couple of you here and some people at the back. Well, I did the safety video of Eng Hub Ferry. For those of you who went to Tekong, they call me the Tekong Ferry Girl. For everyone who goes to BMT, they see my face. And I say it's my national service to keep the Army boys safe. Now first, how did I end up with this career of doing VC and hosting, content creation, at one point in time also DJing and many other things? Well, I started in the world of media and entertainment at the raw age of 16 years old. But back then, at 16 to 18, I really struggled with modeling or hosting events where people doubted the capability of someone who is not even that legal age to party. I was fortunate that with years of practice, nurturing veterans who mentored me, I had some clients who took a bet on me, including Passion Arts, DSGA, HTX, Sports Singapore, and even a community event with former Prime Minister Goh Chok Tong when I was just shy of 23 years old. And one of my proudest moments, I was DJing at Singapore Fintech Festival, one of the largest fintech festivals in the world. And when PM Lawrence Wong took the stage with his opening address, his first line was, "Wow, this feels like a rock concert." And I think with all these experiences, I realized that with all the side hustles and side income, we can actually live a comfortable life. And I did that without pocket money from my parents. And Singapore is truly a platform for us to turn our passion into a reality, and in my case, an income. My next story, it tells us that opportunities are here for us to seize no matter where we come from. Have any of you heard or watched the show Shark Tank? Shark Tank, anyone watch it? Okay, a couple of you. Wow, you guys are a bunch of energetic bunch. It's so nice to be here. Okay. So we had this Singapore version of Shark Tank called The Big Spark on CNA. And I made it to be the youngest judge on this show at about early 20s. I represented our venture capital fund on TV. And boy, was I terrified and overwhelmed with imposter syndrome. I think similar to my feeling right now being on this stage, that equally a crazy feeling of being so overwhelmed. In that show, I was sitting next to managing partners of VCs who had twice the amount of experience that I had. Same with a lot of other speakers that we have here on stage. They have so much more experience than me at my age. But I think it really dawns on me, right, that here in this country, people are willing to take bets on you, despite how you look, how young or old you are, how much money your family has, and what background you come from. When I attend conferences abroad, I have instances where I feel insecure about my age, and I even hide it on LinkedIn. I felt the difference in treatment as a woman, and in every single panel, for every 4 lines a local male speaker did, I spoke 1 line. I've never had such an experience right here in our society, nor did I hear any of such experiences from foreign friends who come to Singapore. Now I don't take the respect and inclusion for granted. Anyone here ever have a big and bold idea and don't know where to start? Yeah, I've been there many times, in fact. And that's exactly where most journeys begin. You don't start because you're confident. You become confident because you start. Now, let me tell you what made the difference. I was lucky to be in Singapore. We were lucky to be born and raised in Singapore. This country may be small in size, but it's huge in belief. Singapore believes in giving young people like you the room to try, to build, to fail, and to try again. Singapore believes in people in the middle of their career looking to make their childhood dream a reality and provide the resources to do it. When I first started, there were mentors who said, I believe in what you're doing. There were funding programs in NUS where I studied that said, here's 10K grant, get your idea out there. There were also regulators who didn't shut the door and said, let's give it a shot, let's work things out. We are indeed the few countries where the government will proactively help businesses and SMEs to thrive with grants, tax incentives, market readiness programs, and direct contact through various agencies to support your dreams. PM Wong said we should look within ourselves, don't compare with others, follow our talents in deciding our career paths. The Singaporean dream isn't a linear journey. It isn't a one-size-fits-all. But we can fulfill our aspirations no matter who we are and how different our dreams look. Dream big. Start small. Move fast. Make choices. And never ever wait for permission. Singapore is ready for your ideas. Singapore is ready to bet on you. And you're more ready than you think. Thank you, and I can't wait to see what you build next. Thank you, everyone.